Yesterday after the pre-test, you were supposed to go through and complete the rule for number 5 and number 6. Raise your hand and tell me what you had for number 5. What was your rule for number 5? Harper. X divided by 5 equals Y. So 15 divided by 5 equals 3. 375 divided by 5 equals 75. What if my X was equal to 25? What would the Y be? If my X is equal to 25, what would my Y be? Okay, raise your hand, please. McKenna? 5. Okay, so what we need to know is that this rule needs to apply to every situation. Any number that you make X, this rule needs to apply to. What did you have for this one? 3, 9, 15, 21, 27. Kinley? X plus 6 equals Y. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 plus 6 is 21. 21 plus 6 is 27. What if my X was equal to 30? What would my Y be? Trace. You're looking at the other one. The rule is X plus 6 equals Y. So if X is equal to 30, what is my Y? So that you can actually trace, just literally replace the X with the number. And then what would the Y be? 36. Okay? So what if my X was 10? Then what would my Y be? If my X was 10, what would my Y be? Sam? 16. Then I would replace the X with the 10 plus 6, and it would equal 16. Okay, so the rule has to apply to every case. Okay? Now, let's look at this one. Here, our input number is M, and our output number is N. So, these numbers are increasing. Okay, they're going up. So, our rule is either to add something or multiply something. What do you think the rule is? So here it's either add 20 or multiply by 6, right? 4 times 6 is 24. 4 plus 20 is 24. Okay, what about 1 to 21? What's 1 times 6?
6.
So that's not the rule, right? But what's 1 plus 20? 21. But it has to apply to every case. I need everyone following along and doing what I'm doing. 10 plus 20 is 30. 60 plus 20 is 80. 37 plus 20 is 57. So we can write the rule M plus 20 equals N. Go ahead and extend this chart down one column. What if my M, or my input number, was 40? What would my output number be? If my input number here is 40, what would my output number be? Penelope, what do you think the output number would be? You have to replace the, huh? Okay, what's our rule? 60. Okay, I need everyone focusing. So the output number there would be 60. Again, the rule has to apply in every situation or it's not a rule. Okay, here, the input is E, the output is F. We're going from 7 to 42, 9 to 54. The numbers are getting bigger. So we're either adding something or multiplying something. What do you think the rule is? Mia? Times 6. 7 times 6 is 42. 9 times 6 is 54. 6 times 6 is 36. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 6 is 18. How do we write times 6 as our rule? McKenna. But we don't write E times 6 because we don't use that multiplication symbol. So how do I write it, McKenna? Remember, look up at the top. Go ahead, McKenna. 6E equals F. 6E equals F. So if E is 7, 6 times 7 is 42. Okay? Add a line to this table. Okay? What if my input number were 10? What would my output number be? If my input is 10, what is my output? Sam? 60. 10 times 6 would be 60. Okay, we have 2 more. 49 to 37, 32 to 20, 58 to 46, 44 to 32. My numbers this time are decreasing, so I already know it either is divided by something or subtracting something. 49 to 37. What do you think? Everyone should be thinking this through. How did I get from 49 to 37? Can I divide 49? 49 divided by 7 is 7. Ethan?
Subtract 12.
Subtract 12. So how do I write that as a rule?
12 J equals K.
Okay, 12J would mean 12 times J.
Oh.
We're subtracting 12.
J minus 12.
Very good. J minus 12 equals K. So 49 minus 12 is 37. 32 minus 12 is 20. 58 minus 12 is 46. 44 minus 12 is 32. Go ahead and add one over here. What if my input number is 50? What is my output? If my input is 50, what is my output? Nia, you can take a second and write it down if you want. What, 50? It's 38. 50 minus 12 is 38. Are these the only 5 numbers that this rule applies to? Are these the only 5 numbers I can use on this rule for it to work? No. I could put any number in the top that I wanted, and the rule would work. What if I put 12 as my input number? What's the output? 0. Okay, 10 to 20, 7 to 14, 8 to 16, 5 to 10. I'm either adding or multiplying. What am I doing? Amanda? By what? So how do I write that as a rule? 2R equals S. Okay, so 10 times 2 is 20. 7 times 2 is 14. 8 times 2 is 16. 5 times 2 is 10. And of course, we're going to add our number here. Look, I made it really big. So let's do 1,000 as my input. What would be my output? Brady. 2,000. 1,000 times 2 is 2,000. Okay? Now, look at the worksheet that you have next to you. Okay, some of these are one-step rules like we did on this page, and some of them are two-step rules like we did on this page. The good news is that they are multiple choice. So I am going to do 2 examples with you. The first one, our number goes from 10 to 13, 8 to 11, 5 to 8, 2 to 5, and 3 to 6. What is our rule here? Multiple choice. Which one do you think is the rule? Harper, what do you think the rule is? Okay, so 5b minus 4. So 10 times 5 is 50. Minus 4 would be 46. So that's not it. Nolan. A. B plus 3. 10 plus 3 is 13. 8 plus 3 is 11. 5 plus 3 is 8. 2 plus 3 is 5. And 3 plus 3 is 6. That's a simple one-step rule. Now, let's look at number 3. It's a two-step rule, and it's harder to find a two-step rule on our own, but luckily we have multiple choice here. So we can easily fill in the multiple choice until we get to the correct rule. So let's just say, let's start with D, 7n plus 8. That's the same as saying 7 times 3 plus 8. Because I'm using the 3 from here. That's my n. So that would give me 21 plus 8, which equals 29. Is that the rule? No. What do I need my answer to be for it to be the rule? What will my answer be if it's the rule? Nolan? 16. My answer would be 16 if it's the rule. So let's try B. You want to try B. 7n. So that's the same as 7 times 3 minus 7. 7 times 3 is what? 21 minus 7 equals 14. What does it need to equal to be the rule? 16. That's not it. Which one do you think it is? Kenley.
A.
Let's try A. So again, that's the same as 7 times 3 minus 5. 7 times 3 is still 21. Minus 5 is 16. Is that the rule?
Yeah.
It appears to be. But we need to make sure that the rule works in every case. So pick the middle number. Does it work here? For 7, then the rule would be 7 times 7 minus 5. 7 times 7 is 49, minus 5 is 45. 44. And that's on video, my little error. So is this the rule? Can we assume A is the rule? Yes. Okay, let's do one more of those two-steppers together. Come down to number 9. Now I have 8 and 66, 2 and 18, 5 and 42. Let's start with A. 11L plus 2. Well, 11L means 11 times L, which is 8, plus 2. So 11 times 8 is 88, plus 2 equals 90. Is that the rule? No. Let's try B. 8L plus 3. That means 8 times L, which is also 8, plus 3. 8 times 8 is 64, plus 3 is 67. We are so close, but that is not the rule. Mason, let's try C. 8L is the same as 8 times 8 plus 2. 8 times 8 is 64, plus 2 equals 66. This looks like the rule, but do we need to try it with another example? Yes. So let's go to the middle, 10 and 17. So 8 times L is now 8 times 10 plus 2. 8 times 10 is 80, plus 2 is...
You were on the wrong one. We're on number 9, not number 8.
I'm sorry, thank you. Now I've made 2 errors on my recording. How embarrassing. If the rule is 5, so let's double check it with 5. So it's 8 times 5 plus 2. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 2 is 42. Do we think that's the rule?
No.
Do we think that's the rule?
Yes.
Do we think that's the rule?
Yes.
Okay, so the answer is C. Okay, I'm going to give you the next 5 minutes to look over this with the person sitting next to you. Claire and Brady can work together. Trace can go work with Sam. And you can join Claire and Brady. Okay, 5 minutes. Finish this page and then we will check on it.